why happy is important, why happy works, where happy is, everything happy related, everything. So where? So of course inside, yes, we all know that. But do we really? Can we remember it and always just look for it there? Because we tend to look for it everywhere but inside. We've been told many, many times that happy is inside. Yeah, it is, but nobody teaches us how to find it. Nobody shows us what's important. In school, they don't ask you how you're feeling, they're asking you what you're thinking. How to get happy? It would really help to get feeling better physically, which we can do. We neglect our bodies like nothing else. We do. The water we drink, the food we eat, we all already know the shit that goes in our food. If you don't, Google it. We already know about the water, the crap that they put in the water. If you don't, Google it. And if you're still in denial, Google it. It's out there. It's all out there. One of the biggest things that happened a long time ago, not necessarily on purpose. Nobody knew that this would disconnect us this much from Mother Earth. When synthetic material was invented, when they invented rubber, we started using rubber shoes. That's when we were completely disconnected from the earth. As far as that goes, it is so important for us to be connected to earth. You know how you're always told, oh, go outside, breathe some fresh air, go out into the nature. You know why it feels so good when you're out in the nature? Because you're most likely touching a tree or grass, or maybe the best thing you can do is stand on the grass with your bare feet, on the beach, somewhere in the water, on the lake, or whatever. You need to connect. You have to connect. It's just as important as you breathing air and drinking water. Most of us are disconnected from the ground, especially if we live in a high-riser with no access to bare soil anywhere. That is a proven fact. When it comes to your health, you have to be connected to the ground. I experienced many things myself as far as healing goes, how quickly your body can recover when you are not neglecting it. So, for those of us that want to feel better, yes, a simple thought of you wanting to feel better is enough. But if you on a physical level are not able to, if you have pain, if you have something that you are going through, it is so damn impossible to feel good when it hurts, when insides hurt. Even if you have a headache, if I have a headache, I'm not doing shit. medicine because I'm like, it will go away. It's pretty hard to do anything, enjoy your life, or enjoy anything if you're not feeling good. And I understand how most women feel. I do. I grew up with 5 of them, 4 sisters and my mom. And yeah, it sucks. But everything that a lot of what you're dealing with is inflammation related. Guess what? When you are connected to the earth, inflammation does not exist. And if it does, it is very barely noticeable. In fact, I'm going to connect to the ground. This would be the same as if I was standing with my bare feet on the ground. All of our outlets in our houses are grounded. That 3rd hole in the plug is a ground. This is a little alligator clip that I got at Walmart. I just plug one end of the wire to it, and this will only fit in one hole in your plug. In America and most likely other places, not European plugs, but it's pretty common. And in European plugs, the thing that says ground/earth is the green one, does the same thing. It has nothing to do with electricity. Electricity, ground, means it's in the ground, grounded. In fact, if you didn't have ground with your electricity, your appliances would probably blow up in your house. So, that's what I'm doing now. And so right now it's in the wall and it doesn't do anything. It's ground. It's ground. So I'm gonna keep it on me because it makes me feel good. It does. It makes me feel better. Anytime there's something in your life that happens and it's too much for you to take in, your body does this on a feel level, right? On the physical level, your body does the same thing. It's called inflammation and flaming. So if it's an impact, you will probably get a bruise, it will hurt, it will expand a little bit, probably. The inflammation is taking place. Your body protects itself. Same thing happens with your muscles. When your muscles that contract and a lot of inflammation takes place, just that's what happens with your body on a cellular level. And shit just kind of starts exploding a little bit, and you call it inflammation, but that's what happens. Your body freaks out. When you're grounded, that doesn't take place because you are grounded. Here's how I know this for a fact. I have a digital multimeter that I can measure electricity on. I will do another video on this, but here's what happens. I take that digital multimeter and I set it on a setting and I test a plug. It'll show me 110 volts. If I set it in a different setting, measuring it for a battery, if it's a 12 volt battery, it'll show me 12 volt. If it's a 3 volt battery, it'll show me 3 volt on the digital multimeter. I will do a video that explains this really well. Guess what I do to measure myself? Because we're all energy. Yes, we are. We're like a battery that stores energy. There's a setting when you measure the electricity in your house, 2 clicks away on the same setting, where it breaks it down to millivolts or milliamps, whatever, you're vibing real motherfucking high. Sorry, bad language, but you're doing this. As soon as you touch the ground, you drop to 0, which means you are grounded. In fact, when I started this video, I was getting a little bit like, I'm fine now. Look, my hands barely shaking. Usually when I talk about this stuff, I'm like, if I forget to ground, they're a good example. Yeah. So whenever anything goes on with your body, whenever you even feel something that somebody hurt you or somebody did something to you, whatever, on the inside your body freaks out. On a physical level, your body does the same thing. It does. So I'm going to use this as an example. I fell on my bicycle pretty bad, and I scraped the pavement for a while like this, and when I looked, there was a hole all the way through my skin. I was in such shock that I lifted it and I was like, ugh. I knew I can just make it home real quick and be okay. I didn't even think much of it. I was like, okay, I'll be okay, I'll be fine. This is less than 2 months old, and it's healing. I actually kind of scraped this side again, but there was 2 holes in the skin less than 2 months ago. Really, I have pictures. They're really gross. No inflammation, barely any inflammation happened. So I was allowed to heal. I allowed my body to heal. Some of the ways that we can reconnect with the ground, with Mother Earth. For example, when you are washing your hands with running water comes from the ground. I accidentally did a test while washing hands. I was like, whoa, the meter is at 0, what's going on? And then I realized that your ground is like, my ground is connected to a water outlet on the outside. That's ground, it's connected to the ground, water comes from the ground. All of your major appliances, if they are metal, as soon as you touch them, like your refrigerator, the handle on the stove, all of those are grounded. And the reason for that is, you know when you walk up to a curtain sometimes and you accumulate so much static electricity, you come up to it and it goes, psh. Why do you think that happens? Yeah, if that happened to your 220 volt appliance and it wasn't grounded and you sparked that little thing, it would blow up. Yeah, so that's why they have to be grounded. So any running water, if you are showering, that's why you feel so good after a shower. In addition to being clean, you just gave yourself a deep breath for your physical body kind of deal. Like you relaxed it a little bit. I've been connected to this ground as much as often as I could be. I've been skipping on, like, I don't have anything to, like, you get the best benefit if you're connected to the ground at night. But it doesn't matter right now. I'll talk about that a little later. So grounding is so important. In fact, there's a documentary called The Grounded. If they're talking about grounding and earthing, it's on YouTube. I saw that the first time. I was like, I knew there was so much around that. I knew that this would probably help, and then I kind of started using it, kind of forgot about it, and then I was like, oh my god, my physically feeling better, and there was enough shit going on in my life for me to just be flat on the floor feeling like shit. And I was like, oh my god, something's going on, and I'm the kind of person that will figure it out. I I've been documenting everything, and I'm also the kind of person that'll have everybody try it. I'm like, you try this, and I have a lot of people. Yeah, I will probably have some. I'll figure out a way to make it like one video. And I've been selfish and not sharing this. I've been feeling this good for about a year, but I just didn't know I was going to be sharing it like this. You know, I thought I know a little bit about it. I know everything about it. And there is no question in what I'm saying. It is all scientifically proven. There are proven facts. There are studies. You will find out for yourself. And you know, if you don't want to believe me, what is the harm in just trying and see if it works? Try it for a week. Same with being happy. On purpose, desire to be happy every morning. Just wake up and say, I want to be happy today. Write it down somewhere. Or if you feel like you want to be happy inside, you say, I want to be happy inside. Or if you feel like you want to, you know, specify your happiness if that's the case. But in general, just, I want you to be happier. Anyway, I want to go on my bike ride before it gets too dark. I keep hearing voices, but this time I think there's neighbors. Love y'all. Really, really, really do. So much.